Welcome to Virtual Concert Halls. My name is Chris and I'm coming to you live from Sydney, Australia. I'm really honored today to present alongside Steve Robinson, a legendary broadcast host, to tell you about a very special event that's coming up. The Ukrainian Institute of Modern Art is partnering up with Virtual Concert Halls to host an 18-hour global online fundraising event to raise money for UNICEF USA. When will this be? Wednesday, April 13th. This year from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time. So I hope you join us, and if you want to find out more, find out after we roll this intro.
Hi, Chris.
Hello and welcome. Hello. Welcome to you to this short broadcast to preview and tell everyone about this special event coming up on Wednesday, April 13th. Over the next few days, Steve and I actually will be doing a bunch of these short little previews to talk about the event that's coming up. And today we'll have a look at the genesis of the event and the collaborations. Steve has been spearheading this amazing fundraising event with collaboration with the Ukrainian Institute of Modern Art in Chicago. And he's here to talk all about it.
Well, thank you very much, Chris. And to talk about the genesis of this idea, I have to take us back to 2003. I was running a classical music station in Chicago, and when the tsunami hit in 2003, it was right around Christmas of that year, and our station was listener supported, so we had telephones, and people could call in and pledge their support of our non-profit station. And so when the tsunami hit, we were all devastated and upset, and what could we do? And I thought, well, maybe I can do a fundraiser on my station. And I thought about that for about 2 minutes, and I thought, we have a small audience, how much could I really raise? So I started calling other radio stations in the city. And every station that I called, the big commercial stations, they all said, what can we do? We will do whatever you want to do. So I went down and spoke to my boss, and I said, you mind if I spend a few days just organizing this? 8 days later, every single radio station and television station in the city of Chicago joined hands for an 18-hour fundraiser to help the victims of the tsunami. Every commercial radio and television station. It was incredible. We think it was the first time that all the radio and TV stations in a single market combined to join hands, and we raised $3 million. We think that was the first time. We did it again in 2010. I organized it again in Haiti after the earthquake. So when this devastating horror began in Ukraine, it took me 4 or 5 days, and I thought, suddenly it dawned on me, maybe we can do the same thing again in Chicago. And so we're doing that in Chicago. All of the broadcasters, many of them are coming together at the Ukrainian Institute of Modern Art on West Chicago Avenue, and they're going to be doing the same thing we did. But this time I thought, wait, why don't we add a web component? Why don't we add a web stream and make this one really worldwide? And so I got the idea of that, and I called my incredible friend Anna Uspenskaya, who has this beautiful company, Virtual Concert Halls, and she streams video, as you know, all over the world, and she's amazing at switching it, and her team is incredible. And she jumped on it like that because she has a very deep feeling in her heart for Ukraine herself, having vacationed there as a kid and performed there as a pianist, and so she's helping us. And so that's what we're doing. At 6 a.m. Eastern Time, we're going to start this stream from the Ukrainian Institute of Modern Art, and Virtual Concert Halls is putting on their major channels, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, on LinkedIn, and who knows where else.
Everywhere else, yeah.
Everywhere else. At Vimeo, you name it, it'll be on there. And the whole point of it is to raise funds for UNICEF. We're working closely with UNICEF. And anybody watching right now can jumpstart this by pledging right now, making a donation by going to the URL, the website, which there it is right there. It's on the screen.
Yep.
UNICEFUSA.org/streaming. And we will tell you before this broadcast is over right now whether anybody has done that, because it's kind of an instantaneous thing. And you can give anything. You can give $1, you can give $1 million. And as I like to say on public radio, it doesn't matter how much you pledge. What matters is how many people take the plunge to make the pledge, because I've run out of words to describe how horrible the situation is in Ukraine. I mean, you've all seen it on TV, you've seen the pictures. There are no words left to describe the suffering, but there is something we can do, and that's to help UNICEF, because UNICEF will show you some videos of what they're doing. UNICEF is, they've been in Ukraine for decades, and they told me that this is the most challenging effort they've ever had to deal with. And they're on the ground, and your contribution to that URL, when you make your contribution, that money's going to, it's not going through some administrative big salaries. That money is going straight into Ukraine. I think we have a short video to show you, the one that's the 49-second one. For any of that's how children are being helped by Ukraine. You can watch this little 49-second video right now and see what I mean. So that's just a little bit of what they're doing. We have many more videos of showing what they're doing. They're on the ground every day, every minute, every second, and they're doing their best. And so what we're doing is simply trying to take what the Chicago broadcasters are doing, the Illinois broadcasters in that one state, and putting it on the web so that we can amplify and increase and raise as much money as possible. We all feel horrible about what's going on, and you feel kind of helpless. I feel helpless. I don't know what to do. I mean, you can't even believe what's happening in the 21st century. But it is, and there's a little something we can do, and it's money. They desperately need the money. Somebody at UNICEF said, or somewhere, you know, we really don't need donations of clothing. We need the money to buy clothing. We need to handle it ourselves. So money is what's needed. And if you can go to that site right now, unicefusa.org/streaming, we'll be able to tell instantaneously how this is working. And these people that you're seeing on the screen have all made wonderful videos, which we'll be showing during the stream on Wednesday. They're very touching videos. We have somebody from Illinois who is saying, you know, I was born in America, but my parents and grandparents are from Ukraine. I take this personally, and then he urges people to pledge. You have people like that. There's a wonderful guitarist, a young woman. She couldn't be more than, I don't know, 17 or 18, and she recorded herself in Kyiv, I think it was, saying how horrible it's been for her, and she's holding the guitar, and after saying how she's scared and doesn't know what to do anymore, and the slightest noise sets her off, she suddenly says, well, here's the national anthem, and she just plays a beautiful interpretation. So, this has captured the world's attention, and if you're watching right now, we hope you'll consider giving to our stream. Anna Uspenskaya, who is kind of the co-founder or the founder of Virtual Concert Halls, is with us. And Anna, I know that you're you're Russian, but this is very personal to you, isn't it? Anna, there. No.
She'll pop on in a second. I just want to ask about, you know, you're one of the Chicagoans of the year in 2007, and I want to know what so you must be very well connected within the Chicago organizations around. I want to know, for example, how what the climate's like there with the situation in Ukraine. What are people feeling, and how are people feeling about this whole situation and wanting to help?
Well, Chris, Chicago has the largest community of Ukrainian people in the Midwest, one of the largest in the United States. So my friend Marta Farian is my partner in this, because I've known Marta for 20 years. I met Marta when we both served on the board of something called the Grant Park Orchestra. And I've been friends with her ever since. And she is organizing all of the rallies. There have been 7 rallies in Chicago. I went to one a couple of weeks ago where Senator Durkin spoke. This wonderful Congressman Jan Chakowski spoke, and it was freezing cold, I have to say. But we all stood there for an hour and 15 minutes. She organized a rally a few weeks before that with 20,000 people gathered in Chicago. Not all Ukrainians either. Everybody just poured out. So there's a huge awareness in Chicago about this event and this horrible tragedy that's going on. And I wish Marta was on this because she's very eloquent, and she her parents, she was born in Italy. Her parents are Ukrainian, and she is I don't have the title right, the president of the Ukrainian Friends of the National University in Kyiv. She's been going to Ukraine for 30 years. She's the vice president of the Ukrainian Institute. And by the way, the whole thing's being staged at what's called the Ukrainian Institute of Modern Art. It's a beautiful 2 galleries there. We'll be in one of them with this stream for 18 hours. So, and then in the other gallery, in the other gallery will be TV stations from Chicago and Illinois, radio stations. It's going to be a wild day, but the whole point of it is to give people an outlet to give. Many people have given. Many corporations, many foundations have given by now. It's already 6 weeks, but not everybody has. And some people will want to give again. Other people will want to give for the first time, and hopefully they'll be able to take this opportunity to do it. So if you're listening now, I'm going to go to, I'll go there myself to see whether anybody has responded yet. We're only just at the very beginning. Our starting goal is 100,000, but we hope that it gets much bigger than that. Let's see.
Thank you. Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to invite Dr. Anna on, who is the co-founder of Virtual Concert Halls, to speak and answer your question that you asked her about this whole situation. Dr. Anna, what do you think?
Hi, Chris. Thank you for inviting me.
Anna, I know that this horror in Ukraine. You're Russian. You were born in Russia. You're a child prodigy pianist from Russia, but you've been living in the United States for many years. But you told me that this is very personal for you too, because you love Ukraine and you know it. You know the country.
I know the country, and it's just a nightmare to read the names of those cities and villages, because I've traveled Ukraine for about 15 years every summer. And this was the place where we went for long summer vacations, and we made so many friends. We stayed on the ranches and the villages, and we plucked the watermelons off the vine and cracked them open, and it just brings. And I know the names: the Melitopol, the Berdyansk, and the big narrow strip of land which goes into the sea near, with a beautiful. Ending at the tip, and the lighthouse near. It's just unbearable. And at the same time, of course, I have family and friends in Russia, and this is just unbelievable. That's a brother killing brother situation, and this gave me an opportunity to do something in the situation where feeling helpless is just unbelievably painful. So I'm really grateful for UNICEF and for the Ukrainian Institute of Art, and for this opportunity for myself and our team to work on this.
Well, we're grateful because I know for the last 2 or 3 weeks you've been throwing yourself into this, and
our whole team was.
Yeah, the whole team. I mean,
and I want to also thank a lot of supporters. I know we have a few people watching this very first stream, announcing and explaining the event, and I want to give many thanks to Richard DePila, who is I hope still watching, and we had a comment from him. Richard is helping spread the word, and he's the founder of the Global Goodwill Ambassadors organization, which is also doing a lot of good in Ukraine right now, and always responding to hardships and difficult situations. Thank you, Richard, very much.
Well, Richard made an incredible video, which we're going to be showing on Wednesday. Maybe we'll show it tomorrow. It's a beautiful, very, Richard is, I don't know you, but it was very touching and very moving to us to see what you did, and it was so heartfelt, and it was very moving to me to watch what you did. And I hope people will respond right now by going to that URL. You see there, unicefusa.org/streaming. We'll be able to check to see how much funding is coming in now. But on Wednesday, we're going to have the little box up, and you'll see the pledging. I hope we get to 100,000. On Wednesday. Will you be sending out a link for the live event? Yeah, we sure will, Richard. We're going to send the links out. You'll be able to watch it, Richard, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch. on Vimeo and on LinkedIn, right, Anna?
LinkedIn, that's right. Yeah, and I want to also thank very much August Antonov, who is a fabulous pianist from France, and I hope he's still watching. He sent us a short comment here, and he's working there in France, organizing help and support for Ukrainians and for refugees, and he's also helping spread the word.
August, I wonder if you've tried the URL. I wonder if it works from Europe, that URL. If you could just give, I'm not saying you have to contribute, you probably already have. If you could just go to unicefusa.org/streaming, let us know if the link works. That'd be very useful to know whether, yeah, there it is. If that's working in Europe. I mean, it should be. It should be working, and you'll get to the donation page. You can test it by pledging $1.
So I'd like to ask also, Steve, what can people expect from this 18-hour broadcast? Can you give us a little preview of what's going to happen? Give us a little teaser of what's going to happen that day?
Yes, it's going to be wild. First of all, I have to thank my friend Bill Yeomans, who is setting up the TV cameras. There'll be 3 cameras. My friend Eric Arunas, who's setting up all the microphones. And everybody who is contributing is making that happen. So there'll be a studio in a gallery. There'll be 4 microphones. There'll be an anchor. I'll be starting it out at 5 a.m. just to get the kinks out, not that there'll be any. And then we have a series of videos that are pre-taped. Some of them are from UNICEF. Some of them are the ones like Richard did. But throughout the whole day, there's going to be a stream of guests that we're going to be interviewing. We're going to be interviewing people, some of the politicians in Illinois. I hope the governor shows up. We hope the mayor comes, but also experts, people who know Ukraine, who've been involved in Ukraine, who some of them have been there. We hope to get some reports live in from Ukraine. A whole range of people. Now, I don't have his name, but the ambassador, the British ambassador to the European Union will come into the studio. He'll be there. And then and this is going to be very emotional for, I think, a lot of us. Some refugees, some kids are in Chicago. They're attending school at a place called the St. Nicholas School, which is right around the corner from, there's a place in, Chicago has all these neighborhoods, and they all have names. Bronxville and thisville and thatville. And one of the names is Ukrainian Village. And so these kids are now in school. They've only been there a few weeks, and their parents came in, so they'll be coming into the studio. We have a cellist by the name of Ian Maxon, who plays all over the world, but he'll be coming into the studio. So it's going to be this mix of interviews and guests and pre-taped stuff. We also hope to take some phone calls. That's going to drive you guys wild, but I don't know how that's going to work. But we have
we'll make it work. If they're online, we'll make it work.
Yes, we'll give a phone number.
And we have a very good news. URL works. Yes, and it works in Europe. So all of our European friends and colleagues, please, we tested it. It works.
So, Chris, to answer your question, it's going to be a little bit chaotic, and I think that's going to be okay. And
I think that's okay. Yeah.
People are going to be coming in and out, and it's going to be very informal. So, if I'm anchoring, I might say, whoever's running, hey, Chris, run the video of Richard. Run Richard's video. It'll be just informal. And I've done a lot of these pledge drives. I've been in listener-supported radio for, I hate to say it, 50 years. And I've produced over 100 pledge drives for radio. This is the first one I've ever done that's on camera, and that's because of virtual concert halls. They've really stepped up to the plate and working. I mean, this is not easy. This is a complicated affair, and Anna and her team, Chris and everybody else, Franny and Fedor, have been working behind the scenes almost around the clock on this, and it's greatly appreciated.
We have one more guest, and I hope Sir Shefik Macaulay is still watching us. He's going to be actually joining the stream live from New York. He's not sending a video. He's going to be joining and speaking live on the stream.
He's a radio host. He has his own radio program. And from what I understand, he has an inspirational message that he wants to deliver. And so he's going to get a chance to do that. We'll talk to him. He's been knighted twice. He'll talk about that. And
I didn't know you could get knighted twice.
Oh, yeah. No, he's been knighted twice. Seems like a wonderful guy. So he'll be coming in.
Wonderful.
There's some things I'm forgetting about. I forget most things, but it's going to happen. Now, we have another video we can show now, because what I understand in Romania, I understand that they're doing going through incredible things to house some of the refugees, and they call them the blue tents. And it just, it's heartwarming. I hope the URL stays on the screen while you watch this. But this is a beautiful little video produced by UNICEF.
Yep, let's have a look at that.
So basically you can see this is the biggest border crossing in Romania. The highest number of people come through here. And let me walk you to the Blue Dot and show you what we did. A Blue Dot is a one-stop shop for a range of services being provided to the kids and their families crossing the border here at Siret, from counseling to a warm place to rest and access to Wi-Fi. They're very visible. The UNICEF blue is here. Also, we hung one from the tree. These are the two containers with the resting area. They're well equipped and warm inside. These two, they're supposed to be offices where there will be laptops and we will register kids, moms. We're passing off the Blue Dot to the local authorities, and they're the ones that are gonna manage it from now on. We're also providing them with training, how to talk with people, how to talk with the kids, how to manage certain situations. And from this, we're trying to scale up the Blue Dot so they're connected to each other, so the next country knows what's happening in this Blue Dot with the family that's coming in from Romania. When they pass in Hungary on their way to Italy, let's say, which happens a lot, they already have the information. If the kids are vaccinated, if they have any medical issues, they already know the history, so they don't have to do it a second time.
That's amazing that they have all these blue dots set up for people when they have when they get refugees coming through. Yeah, really.
That's beautiful.
Really like
so
that.
if somebody wants to watch right now on Facebook, how do they do it? Do they go to virtual concert halls on Facebook?
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
You just go to Facebook and type.
Mm-hmm. And we'll have links provided, and you can watch it from our website. You can go to all the links there from our website, and every single social media platform will be there, basically.
Right. So we hope people watching now, and we've got some wonderful comments just during this last 20 minutes from some of your fans. We hope everybody watching will either wait till Wednesday to make your pledge or do it right now. Let's see if that little code works. Here, we'll try it on my phone. Let's see, where's my phone? Yeah, we'll put this up to my phone, and whoops, oh, that's me. Oh, there it is. Let's see if that works. Yeah. Wow, look at that. It worked. So the QR
code works? Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, it works. You put it up and there it is. So you can put your camera up to the corner if you look in the upper left-hand corner, or the QR code there really works.
Yep.
It's amazing. It's like when you go to a restaurant, it's the same thing. You get the menu, right?
You sign in. Yep, exactly. So the QR code will be out. The QR code, will be out throughout our broadcast, and we're on Facebook. We're all over the social media platforms, and this is just a quick preview for everybody about the show. We're going to be back on tomorrow, same time, and the day after, and onwards, and we talk about different sections of the 18-hour
Can we stay broadcast. On? I want to stay on more. I'm having fun here. This is great.
I feel like you're just warming up right now and you're just getting into it. Mm-hmm.
And I must say that your team, Anna and your team, and Chris, you're also dedicated to this, and it is a chance for us to feel a little bit better about having done something. But you're really devoting so much time, and Virtual Concert Halls has been working, I know, behind the scenes for weeks, getting this together. You can just look at the screen; it's just beautifully set up, and the switching, and Anna's behind the scenes there at the piano. It's just beautiful, and it's so horrible, but this is giving us an opportunity to feel a little bit better that we've done something. I mean, I know we all wish we could fly over there. In fact, I recorded a video, or maybe I can play this from my camera. This is quite beautiful. Let me know if this works. This is a guy who came over to the Institute yesterday. Here, I'll get this for you in a minute. Where is it here? He left for Ukraine right after he spoke to me. So, where are we here? Do this live if I can. It's all photos are here. Here he is. Here, see if you can. I'm not sure you can see this or hear it, but let's see what he has to say. Okay, no sound. I can fix that. All right, we'll start
There
at
we
the
go.
beginning. Yeah, he's a beautiful guy. Here, let's get this at the beginning, and we'll.
Hi, I'm Boris Potapenko, and I'll be traveling to Ukraine tonight. The trip is really to help the volunteers.
Well, I don't think you can hear it, but
Yeah, we can
We
hear
can.
it.
We can
Oh,
hear
you
it.
could?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
we
could
could.
hear
Yeah.
it.
all right, I'll get him back again. Hang on.
Hang on, let's see if we can show it a little bit better.
I muted it again. Okay, here we go.
Hi, I'm Boris Potapenko, and I'll be traveling to Ukraine tonight. The trip is really to help the volunteers in Ukraine with medical equipment, but also with life-saving, non-lethal defensive equipment. It's so important for everybody to donate as much as they can. Organizations like UNICEF are worldwide and do tremendous work. They have vast experience, and they are on the ground in Ukraine. I'm so looking forward to seeing my UNICEF colleagues and others in their wonderful work. I hope everybody does as much as they can and continue to do so. This is a long time struggle. Thank you.
So that was recorded yesterday at the Institute. I'm sure he's in Ukraine right now, and I'm sure we'll get a report from him during the
And I
stream.
hope people scan this barcode and help Ukraine with their crews being with boots on the ground, basically. And this guy is leaving tomorrow, which would be today. You recorded it yesterday, right? So he's going right there on the ground and helping people in Ukraine right now.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Well, how do you guys want to wrap this up? I think we have a closing video.
Yeah, so we want to thank everybody, especially the team, Virtual Concert Halls, the Ukrainian
Yes,
Institute of
yes.
Modern Art. I want to thank UNICEF for all the support. A lot of their images and videos have been sent through to us, and we can make a lot of our own things with them. So the collaboration's been amazing. We want to thank StreamYard as well, and of course, thank you, Steve, for just spearheading this event and making it all happen and lending your voice to this incredible 18-hour broadcast, which will be happening on the 13th of April. And I hope everyone will tune in and donate. And yes, let's end off with one of the last videos, Help Ukraine. And we'll end with that. Thank you, everybody.
see you tomorrow.